Welcome. We are here. This is, well, the rosters for full minors. 21 were released tonight. Well, around around 8 o'clock my time. I took some time to kind of look over everything and see uh, what I wanted to do. Uh, I had a couple of choices, couple team choices in my head before before the rosters got released, and I kind of wanted to see what the full minor roster would look like before I actually settled on a choice. Last year I used the Atlanta Braves. I thought about using them this year, but then I I didn't want to just I didn't want to strip down and do the same thing I did last year for this one. So I had them on a thought process, but I decided I was going to go with somebody different. So we had, like I said, I was thinking Atlanta, but we decided to skip Atlanta, just based on the simple fact that it was the same team I used. Like, I used this team last year, do a franchise for my channel, and I didn't want to repeat the same. I didn't want to repeat the same one. Uh, so I decided to go. I decided to keep a couple other teams in thought process. Another team in thought process was the Texas Rangers. Uh, mm, I'm from I'm from Texas, so I'm a fan of the Rangers. I looked at the roster; it looks good. They've they've got something, and as honestly, as much fun as it would be to have a home team be there, I I couldn't pull the trigger, just because I looked at the way their roster is kind of constructed, and honestly, there's not a lot of A potential guys right now. I would have to draft well and cultivate these guys. And wow, yeah, that would be a nice story. I've followed a couple of guys that I have YouTube channels for. That one in particular that was doing the Rangers just didn't feel right. So I looked at a couple other teams. Not gonna name teams. If I keep naming teams, I'm gonna be here all day. Uh, I looked at a couple other teams. Thought to myself, what team I want to use, and honestly, honestly, when it came down to it, it was pretty simple. Um, it was actually it was actually really simple. I am I'm gonna take the we're gonna use the Colorado Rockies. I like their starting pitching. I like that their starting pitching is still, for the most part, young. I mean, John Gray being the oldest one on the staff at 29. You got Harmon Marquez at 26. Austin Gomer is 27. Kyle Freeland's 27. Antonio Senzella is 26, and then Chichi Gonzalez is 27. You know, there's a good there's a good young core of pitching staff that I could work with. You know, and there's Derek Rodriguez, who's in AAA. He's B potential. He'd be a good one to work with. You know, and then of course the Trevor Story. You got Trevor Story here. You got Trevor Story here at short, and whether or not he's going to stay. And then, you know, whether or not we're going to stay with, whether or not we're going to stick with him or not. Ryan McMahon got moved over to third. You know, we're gonna have we're gonna have to figure out, you know, if we, because Story is on the last year of his contract, and he's expensive. Biggest question is going to be, what do we do with him? You know, because we've got Connor Joe in AAA, we've got Scott Birchman in AAA. You know, we got Ryan Vidal in AA, who's a B prospect. Honestly, we don't have any depth at shortstop. So I think that would be an interesting run to start with, just to see what would happen. I mean, the fact that we got 4 guys in A-ball, and if I'm gonna be honest, only one of them looks like it's gonna make it out, and that's Adele Almaro, who's at 58 right now. So, I mean, I think he's the only one that's gonna make it out of here, who's got a chance to make a run. So, you know, we got Sam Hilliard's in the left. He's got great speed. His fielding and his armor, questionable. You got Casey Golden, who's got a couple of better arms. He's got better reaction. His speed's a little slower. His bat's slightly better. So, I mean, we've got some things to work on, but we've also got people that we can work with. You know, they got Ian Desmond in A-ball. He opted out for this year. I'm probably going to try and trade him and see what I can get for Desmond, just to see, you know. And there's a couple of guys on here that are going to be they're going to be looked at for trades. Ryan McMahon, him getting the switch from first to third kind of threw me a little bit. We'll see how well he plays throughout the year, whether he stays at third or we make another move. You know, because we've got Josh Fuentes, we've got Colton Welker at third. Welker's only 22. He's got B potential, so I mean we've got some depth there. So I mean there's some things we can do. Plus, you know, excuse me. Plus everybody's on the last year of their contract at third base, so yeah, they're playing for their contracts, honestly. I mean, McMahon and Fuentes are playing for contracts, if we're going to be honest. Welker is playing just to get better. He is, honestly, at this present point in time, he is the future at third base. Just because, no. I mean, he's 22 and he's B potential. We're going to scout third base, you know, because we'd be fools not to, just because, I mean, you never know. There might be some top potential prospect that comes through that we scout that just blows us away and, you know, makes us think, oh, hey, this guy may be the future. We're definitely going to do some scouting at short because, you know, with only having Trevor Story and not really having anybody else, it's kind of, well, it's kind of making things a little interesting. So I'm a little surprised. We got Zach Veen. He's in right field. The A potential, 19 years old. He's a short. Playing right field. For all intents and purposes, he is our future. If he plays well, Double-A ball this year, move him up to Triple-A, and then, maybe by the time he's 21, if he hasn't, if a rocket hasn't been sent up, maybe he gets up there. I don't know, because Charlie Blackmon's got a 3-year deal. I don't know if Blackmon's gonna make it through the 3 years. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. Still a little early to tell. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. I had some thoughts. I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do. I had to sit down and think about this for a little while and just kind of think who I wanted to use. And I got some input from a couple of guys on Twitter because I was kind of curious. I wanted to know, I kind of wanted some ideas to run through, say, hey, who would be a good team to use. A couple of people tossed out Colorado, so this was pretty much it. Yeah, it was gonna be Colorado. So yeah, it was gonna be Colorado. That was pretty much gonna be it. So we're gonna have. I'm still getting used to this, the extra inning rule. The extra inning runner, I'm still getting used to. I'm playing in Diamond Dynasty. I'm still getting used to it, so it's going to take me a little while to get used to it. Coaching task. The coaching task, we're going to leave it manual. Developmental task, we're going to... developmental task, we'll leave... I'm going to put those on manual just for now. I may switch it back to auto manage. 40-man, the manager task for hiring and firing a staff, 40-man roster, stuff like this. I may keep it on auto manage to start, and then I'm depending on how things go, I may change a few things around. I don't really know at this present point in time what I'm going to do. But as it stands right now, scouting is going to be put on manual, and lineup rotation, injury management, that's going to be put on manual. So that's pretty much going to be it. We're going to go ahead. Trying to think if I want to start at spring training or if I want to start a regular season. We're going to start the regular season. Alright, we're going to just start with the regular season. We got a couple things here. Okay. Alright, so Ian Desmond got called up to the Yard Goats for good performance. And then we've got scouting, player search, the transaction handbook. Of course, very first game out the box is going to be Trevor Bauer versus Herman Marquez. We're at April 1st, 2021, and we'll see what happens. The draft is in 62 days. So I'm going to put a pause on this real quick. So hang on 1 second. Okay, and we're back. Okay, got a little thing about the roster. Okay, that was Ian Desmond. We got notification for that. Now we got scouting. Okay. Okay, he is more about position players. And his is efficiency. I mean, he's good for discovery, but pitch. But we're going to look for infielders. Arm strength. And fielding. Okay, so we got our thing with the scouting. Discovery for pitchers. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do. We're gonna have him. We're gonna have this one scout for right-handed pitchers. The skill we're gonna look at right now is gonna be command. His is gonna be discovery for pitchers. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go left-handed this one, and we're gonna go clutch. He's in the West region. And we got another guy, international. He is another one for pitchers. So we're gonna look right-handed pitchers. Well, we're gonna look for movement. Interesting. Hang on, I need to look at something real quick. I didn't actually get a good look at this. Oh, so that's a newly discovered prospect. Okay. So do we have best efficiency? We have Shalanord. These guys are all fully scouted. Okay. So all these guys here are fully scouted. I'm sorry, we're not. I'm trying to. Here we go. So. Oh, okay. So here we go. So holy crap, these are some good. Damn, these are some good players who are fully scouted. All right. So, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead. So we'll look at the calendar here. We're going to start off at home. We've got a 4-game set against the Dodgers and a 3-game set against Arizona before we hit the road and we go to San Francisco and then we go to the Dodgers. And then we're at home against the Mets, Houston, and Philly before we hit the road and go to San Francisco and then Arizona to end the month of April. And the start of May, we will end our road trip with Arizona before we're heading home and playing San Francisco. Let's see. Looks like we're going to probably be playing the National League West this year, or American League West this year, because we've got 2 games against Houston and Colorado. Let's see. So we got 3 against Colorado, and 3 against Texas in June, and Colorado. 3 against Oakland. We've got 2 games in Seattle. We got the All-Star game in July. 3 games against Arizona, the Angels in July. That's going to be the California trip. That's going to be the Dodgers, the Angels, and the Padres. Then we've got, a road trip to Texas in August. That's going to be 3 games. Then we've got, that's pretty much it. Yep. And we end the season with a 3-game series at Arizona. We end the home series. We'll have 6 games at home, 3 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Giants, and 3 against Washington. So that will be interesting. But as far as honestly, as far as what I'm gonna do for the games, I'm probably going to the first. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna probably do is this first series. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stream probably maybe the first 2 games, maybe the first series. I don't know. It depends on what I got for time. I may have to. I may do the first 2 games one day and then do the second 2 the next day. I'm not 100% for sure. Again, time's gonna be kind of one of those where I'll have to figure it out. So I'm not sure. As far as the minors go, I'll probably, because we don't. AAA season doesn't start till May. AA season starts. Okay, AA season. Okay, so this is. Okay, so hang on. AAA. Okay, AAA starts in April. So what we may do is we may do for AAA, if I do decide to do anything, which is a good possibility, because I am going to look at some of our prospects that we have down in AAA, at least the ones that are really good, that look like they may have a future with us. What I'll do is I may player lock a series with one of them, just to see, just to kind of see how they perform, because I'm kind of curious, just to see how some of them perform. Do maybe do one game as a pitcher, one game in the field, and just kind of mix it up a little bit, and just kind of do it that way. I haven't still kind of thinking this through. I haven't really given a whole lot of thought. So but yeah, I'm definitely going to showcase AAA and AA to an extent, just showcase some of the prospects that we have, at least some of the ones that, I think will have a shot with the team. So we'll see. It's gonna be an interesting ride for sure. I'm looking forward to it, and well, I'm just looking forward to the ride. And again, I thank the guys that were riding rosters, guys at Scout Scoops that made these rosters, because they put, they work their ass off every year to do these rosters, and it shows. But that's pretty much going to be it for this. Let's see. Depending on how things go, I may do. I'll have the first series. I'll at least start the first series. The first series with the Dodgers. If it's not gonna be Saturday night, it'll probably be Monday. Probably be like Monday afternoon or something. I'm still working a few kinks out. still have a few scheduling things I got to work out with day job and things like that. So, yeah. So, this is my choice. It's going to be the Colorado Rockies. The hope is to get them into the playoffs. You know, try to get them into the playoffs this year. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's pretty much going to be it. And the next video that you guys will see, as far as this goes, will be at least the first game of the season against the LA Dodgers. At least the first game, German Marquez versus Trevor Bauer. You will see that. And that's pretty much going to be it. Thank you guys for following along, as always. And here's to another great season of MLB The Show. Oh, sorry about this. Also, I wanted to add, give a quick little look at the top 50 prospects as they're listed right now as we get ready to start the season. Wander Franco of the Rays, he's in AAA as a shortstop. We got Bobby Witt Jr., who's with the Royals. He's also a shortstop. He is in AA. Adley Rutschman, who is a catcher. He's in AA with the Orioles. You've got Julio Rodriguez. He is a outfielder with the Mariners. He's in AA. Christian Pache is on the Major League roster with the Braves. Bryson Stout is in AAA with the Phillies. Garrett Crotchet is on the Major League roster with the White Sox. Spencer Torkelson is a third baseman, Tigers. He's in AA. Jerry Klinik is a left fielder with the Mariners. He's in AAA. The number 10 prospect is Marco Lucino, shortstop with the Giants. He's in AA. Mackenzie Gore, who, in my opinion, is going to be one hell of a prospect. He is with the Padres. He's in their AA organization. He is listed as a 68 right now. Honestly, he has the potential. He has the potential where in a couple of years he could very well be their ace in their rotation in the majors. At number 12, they have another Padre. This is C.J. Abrams. It's a shortstop. He's also in the AA program. He's 19. Another pitching prospect for the Padres, Ryan Weathers. He is in AAA. You have Corbin Carroll, who's a outfield prospect with the Diamondbacks. He's in AA. Daniel Lynch, he is a starting pitcher with the Royals. He is actually on the Major League roster at this point. Drew Waters is with the Braves. He's in AA. He is a center fielder. He's got potential. I may actually try to make a run at him. I may actually try to make a run at him at some point and see what it would take maybe to try and pry him away. If not him, I may try to take a swing at Julio Rodriguez. But I definitely will make a play for some kind of outfield prospect on this list, just because for me it would be interesting just to see who, what they would want in return. Grayson Rodriguez, who's with the Orioles, he is on their AA. Jordan Balsanovic. He is a starting pitcher. He's on the Twins Major League roster. Geraldo Perdomo is a shortstop prospect. He is in the AAA system with the Diamondbacks. And then Asa Lacy is a starting pitcher with the Royals, and he's in AA. Couple of key other ones that I've noticed that I don't want to go through all these, because if I do, it's gonna be a long video. There's a Matthew Levador who I know in real life. I think I heard he made his major league debut. I'm not sure if he did or if he made his AAA debut. I know he's one of the prospects they're talking about. A lot of people are talking about Forrest Whitley, who's a starting pitcher for the Astros farm system. He's been somebody that you keep an eye on. He definitely has potential. Jose Devers, I'm actually kind of intrigued. I'm actually kind of intrigued to see if he's any relation to Rafael with the Red Sox. If he's any relation to him, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Let's see who else. Of course, the Braves catching prospect Shea Legarius is at number 38. Josh Young with the Rangers is at 46. A lot of people say that he has big potential. I'm intrigued. I want to see where he might go. I'm gonna be intrigued to see where he goes, how long it takes him to get to the majors, what their development plan for him is. And then, of course, Alex Kirilloff with the Twins. He's been with the Twins for a while. It's going to be kind of interesting to see where he ends up. So, that is pretty much a kind of a walkthrough of the top 50 prospects. As far as they go, I'm kind of about once a month, I'm gonna just kind of look and I'm gonna see who's still here. If there's any big changes, as far as if somebody made the jump from the major, if somebody made the jump from AAA, like Wander Franco, if he gets called up to the majors, it's like, hey, Wander Franco got called up by the Rays to the majors, so and so got, this prospect got here, this prospect got called up, this prospect went to him, stuff like that. But we'll see. That's pretty much going to be it, once again. But we will get around to the opening series for the Colorado Rockies and the LA Dodgers here soon. We look forward to opening the 2021 season with the Colorado Rockies, and we will see you guys later.